It's Rick without the K. James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. Thank you for watching.
Who do you think is the greatest athlete of all time, no matter the sport? All right, I'm going to go first. I'm going to say, I said it before, I guess. I'm going to have to go with Jordan for me.
Really?
Just because I watch basketball, or I watched
I like how people
past
disagree with you without disagreeing. Really?
But I say that only because of what he did off the court, not what he did on the court. Even though his stats are up there, I want to tell people, as I did before,
Really?
I feel like Jordan is the best because you got to understand that the NBA, based on the fact that the NBA was dying before Jordan.
Right.
Yes, they had Magic and Larry, but the numbers were down. The fact that he came through and completed a job that nobody else could. That's why I give Jordan. Not because he doesn't have enough rings like Will, or he doesn't have, Bill Russell, or, we've had that whole. I'm saying it's the fact that they bet on a player and he followed through with their bet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was the greatest thing that happened for the sport.
Yeah.
And that's why I give him. So, where I was going to say who's the most overrated, I would like to say that's Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth is the most overrated because they act like this dude is the greatest baseball player ever seen, but it's that Daniel Tosh shit. Mm-hmm. Of course, when minorities weren't playing. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't be,
He wasn't playing against no fucking Koreans
playing,
or black dudes
or Puerto
none of
Ricans.
that shit. Puerto Ricans,
Yeah. So those stats don't mean shit. They should all have an asterisk by them. So yeah,
In a sense. I mean, that was the climate of the time. That's what was legal at the time. I mean, you can't really judge the man for playing in his era, because if that was the case, then you could look at Floyd Mayweather and be like, yeah, that's cool, 50-0. I mean, I guess that's impressive, but you would have never been able to beat Muhammad Ali, or you would have never been able to beat, guys that fought 25 years before you.
I don't give Floyd even top 10 athlete.
He's in the top 10.
You have to give him top 10.
No, you don't.
That's just the
he was a punk that ran from most of his fights, waited to fight people when he was supposed to, and 50-0 ain't shit.
And
you're talking about Chavez, who fought 89 fucking fights.
Chavez, that's day one.
Come on, man.
That's day one. Every time a black man bring up boxing,
I'm not stating this because I'm Mexican.
I'm saying bring up Chavez.
Even though Chavez got his ass whooped by two brothers, Chavez got beat up by Pernell Whitaker.
Never not take a fight. I feel like Floyd waited till he knew he could win the fight.
Yeah, the first 60% of his career, Floyd definitely fought anybody. But the last 40%, he was like, all right, well, let me be business wise.
Let's look at the boxing. Let's look at the boxing like this though. And you're absolutely right the way you said that. I would almost say it maybe about 70% though, right? And the reason why I say this is because
you don't watch boxing.
No, when you're moving up in the boxing world, right? In the boxing world, you start off with no fights, right? You're 0-0.
Yeah.
And you start winning, you're 1-0, 2-0, and everything like that. You're fighting all these new guys and you're looking good and you're knocking people out first round, second, third round. Then once you start getting to 10 to about 15 to 10 to 20, once you're in that 10-0 all the way to 20, the fights get a little bit better because now you're fighting other 20-0 fighters.
Right.
So then we move on up, getting to the 25. Now, when it really starts getting hectic is when you start getting around to the 30s.
Yeah.
So when you get down to the 30, you're really fighting 30. So everybody from that point on, people's records are getting fucked up. Mm-hmm. You're not fighting motherfuckers that already got 5 losses.
Right.
You're fighting other 30-0. So when people say Mayweather was running from a motherfucker, he's not running from a motherfucker that was a 30-0 or a 35-0.
But he did with Pacquiao.
He was like, I'm not fucking with this 8 and fucking 25. I mean, this
25-8.
Yeah, you feel me?
He's not at my level.
But he ran from Pacquiao. If he would have fought Pacquiao when Pacquiao was hot, he would have got his ass.
I still think he would have lost. Yeah, I still think Pacquiao would have lost.
I don't think
so. Bro, Mayweather is the best you've ever seen in your life.
Wait a minute. So when Around what year was they really trying to make that fight?
I don't even remember.
And how many fights?
03, 04 maybe.
And what was Pacquiao record? Has Pacquiao took a loss?
Yeah, at that point, Pacquiao had a loss.
Has already took. See that type of shit right there.
Yeah.
So when you put a Floyd and Pac-Man together, especially in that prime area that you're talking about, he would have got destroyed already.
I don't think so.
The
I
only
think
reason
Pacquiao,
why they even fought, period, is because it was a money grab and the people wanted it.
Right.
But by law and by respect, Pac-Man didn't deserve that fight. He didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve it.
No, Pacquiao. When they were at the height of their powers, Pacquiao was already like a 5-division world champion. He was already setting records. I mean, the dude was like clearly one of the brightest stars in the game. He had like a crazy streak where he went like 7 years
Out the blue.
I mean, well,
I'm not accusing him of anything.
But I mean, so did Floyd.
Just start, yeah.
But Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao's careers, they're like almost parallel. Pacquiao had a loss though early in his career. Floyd never had a loss. I mean, but that's because Floyd is just better.
Yeah,
but
not because he was ducking. Because like I just explained earlier, when your records start getting higher and higher, you're facing those whose records match.
Yeah,
and that's how we're determining.
But their records did match when the crowd wanted that fight initially. Both of them were worthy of that fight. But Floyd,
Pacquiao had losses though.
No, he had one loss, but that's not uncommon though. I mean, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Especially he already had like 40 professional fights under his belt, so they were evenly matched. The problem is though, for the fan at least, is that Floyd is a shrewd businessman, and he said, "This is exactly what the people want, and I'm gonna make these motherfuckers suffer." And make them want it really bad until they're willing to hand over the whole fucking bag. And that's what he did. So
what's wrong with that?
Well, for the fan, it sucks because you know that they're no longer fighting at the height of their powers.
Well,
we wanted them at the height of their powers.
You wanted Pacquiao because Pacquiao is exciting.
We wanted both of them at the height of their powers. Both of them. They're because Floyd's exciting too.
It was other people saying Zuda and all them was all exciting.
Yeah, but
they're not fucking with not fucking with Mayweather though.
Yeah,
and by you saying that he's running and shit, everybody leaves the ring fucked up after fighting.
No, he did the smart thing. He left at the right time, and he was so good that he was never gonna really be hurt anyways. He only took literally 2 or 3 legitimate,
and all the
almost knockout blows in his fight,
and all the
in his career.
Fighters really had no chance.
Well, no, there definitely wasn't no Mexicans.
What's your answer? Boxing aside, greatest athlete, no matter the sport.
Honestly, bro, like pound for pound, greatest athlete, along with the best that's ever done it. Because there's a difference between the greatest and the best.
Spud Webb.
No. This is not gonna be a sexy pick, but the truth is that Michael Phelps is the greatest pound for pound athlete that's ever played any sport in terms of dominance.
Sports.
I mean, swimming is a worldwide sport. It's a bigger sport than boxing. Than
what's
football.
her name just won?
Who? That fucking dude? That dude? Yeah, that shit was hilarious. I was like, man, if this ain't
155th,
dude, if this ain't next level, like dudes just taking back whatever the fuck they want. I feel bad for all those girls, man. They busted their ass their whole life, and then this dude just decides to switch fucking pools. And now all of a sudden he's the best in the NCAA.
Pun intended, right?
I'm like, this is crazy, bro. Yeah, I mean, well, believe me.
I see the meme said, and if they don't like it, they can suck my dick.
Right. I'm like, damn, man, like that's crazy how they just taking away like all those girls that worked so hard for that. They just said, nope, not today, bitch. You're gonna have to fucking come back some other lifetime. Try to figure it out then. So I was fucked up. But despite that though, Michael Phelps is the greatest athlete to play any sport ever.
Charlie Murphy, my main man, Ric James. That's the one you think, the comedian Ric James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. Thank you for watching.